Now, the Springs Art Gallery will from today be hosting the Ekurhuleni edition of the Print Portfolio Exchange exhibition. This is a group art exhibition that forms part of the City of Ekurhuleni's month commemorative program. This will showcase art installations created by students from the Ekurhuleni Elementary Printmaking and Art class at Rhoo Hlatshwayo Community Art Center in Daveyton. Now, for more on this, we're joined in the studio by the project curator, Ivy Rihlampfu, and one of the participating artists, Molefe Thwala. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. Ivy, let me start with you. Talk to us about the Print Portfolio Exchange exhibition. What is it about?
It was an open call for 25 artists during COVID, whereby I think artists were given a brief to respond to the pandemic. That's where it started. And they would translate the happenings, the surrounding, and make art out of that. So it's a mixture of that. And when we look at, for instance, a print portfolio, it's the way it has been done under text is that here it's benefiting the artist in terms of, because of primarily the way it's normally done, the artists don't benefit. So it gives back. For the artists, they benefit more in terms of actually making money out of it. Yeah, so it's more like what they did is really give artists a breakthrough looking at that, because it was a difficult time, actually. Yes.
Molefe, talk to us about, you are one of the artists participating at the exhibition. What was your contribution? What was your art like?
I was actually invited to respond as one of the artists because there's a theme to it. The artists actually responding to COVID and how it impacted them. So when we were invited, we were responding to that. And in terms of participating and working with the Rhoo Hlatshwayo Center, we actually thought it would be a good idea to include the artists, the young artists, to actually exhibit as part of with professional artists. It has been a very interesting experience. We actually learned a lot, we communicated a lot, and we thought for the first time in a very long time, we thought our voices were heard.
Talk to us about some of the works that you received for that.
I think the theme was Joburg 2020-2021. So as I mentioned, it was just a response in terms of how the artists translated their surrounding, how they used art to also as a coping mechanism and to really look into what was happening and give that back to society. So the artworks look into different themes, like for instance, some looks into like how they overcame that dark period. To some, it was just was this hope that even under these circumstances, the future is hopeful, it's bright, you know. And yeah, so it's a whole range. I mean, from portraiture, landscapes, and abstract art. And we have cream and crop of South African artists, the best of the best.
I'm curious about your work, the work that you submitted. Tell us a little bit about that work.
The work I submitted was actually, I looked at COVID as actually a second chance. We were given an opportunity to reflect upon our lives, and I think we were better for it, actually. Yes, a lot of people see it as a negative, time in our lives, but I thought it'd be actually a positive time, because the title of the work that I created was Vuganibo, so wake up, and see this opportunity and seize it. So when participating, I created a work that speaks of hope and a second chance, so yes.
Why head into this direction, though, when it's all doom and gloom?
Excuse me?
Why did you decide to go the positive route instead of the doom and gloom? I mean, you called your work Vuganibo as well.
Yes, I'm an optimist by my very nature. And I think artists are actually optimists as well. So when we viewed this time, we were given an opportunity to sit down and work. Some of us have been actually quite busy doing other things. So when we hit lockdown, level 5, we actually stayed at home and we could work and produce. So we had a moment of quietness and we could work. So we used that opportunity to actually produce the work and grow from it and just rebuild, rethink our lives, rethink our work, and the impact that we have actually in the community as well. So that's why the work is of optimistic nature.
So talk to us about what people are going to see when they come through and see this exhibition this afternoon.
Okay, first of all, it's, the art, we are featuring more than 40 artists, including the 25 artists, and also looked into, I think when the portfolio started, it was it looked into not only creating the work for that particular time, but, the vision was there, and so now it serves a purpose of impact in terms of, because of looking at working with the student from Ekurhuleni. It was also just to give, it's a participation to actually, I think for most, to be plugged in and be working with already established artists, to support, the students. And Tex did a workshop with them whereby they created prints just for this show, which is amazing. Fresh art, so it's exciting. I think when people come, they will be refreshed with fresh art from a whole range of artists. Yes.
Why is that an important aspect of being an artist? Having that mentorship, learning from somebody who's been in the industry long enough.
Where we come from, a good quality art education is limited. So the best way sometimes of learning is to actually work with a mentor, and then you would need someone to actually hold your hand and show you the industry. Because some of us, we just come in as just creatives, but then there's the business side as well.
Yes.
So a mentor should assist you to actually see those things and plan for them a little bit better, and to manage your career a little bit better from it. Yes.
And what did you learn from these youngsters? I mean, they produced art right there and there for this exhibition. What does that say about the direction where art is heading at the moment?
I think, first of all, I think the project, it was refreshing, exciting, and I got to learn a lot of things. And I think it's always, important for such, because now it's like also just giving back, as much as, the potential of this portfolio, it's a global impact. So sometimes going back where we're coming from, most of us, I think, and seeing the possibilities and, engaging with these students, I think that was, for me, highlights, the processes and the mentors. It was a very refreshing.
Yes.
All
right, so give us details about this afternoon. What time? Where is this exhibition happening?
The exhibition is opening at 12 midday today at the Springs Art Gallery. And it will run for 2 months, and it closes on the 29th of July. It's a fantastic opportunity. There will be a demonstration. You will see how the work was made. And then some of the artists will also be present to talk you through the work. So, people are invited to come.
All right, Ivy, Molefe, thank you so much.
Thank you
for talking to us. All right, Ivy Rihlampfu and Molefe Thwala joined us this morning to speak about their project Print Portfolio Exchange exhibition that's opening at the Springs Art Gallery today. Quick ad break, or back after this. Stay with us.